Hi, it's Pastor Christy and Jamie, and you, friends, are witnessing a very rare occasion where we go into the kitchen together and try to make some food. If we're still married at the end of this video, you can do a little happy dance with us. Jamie usually says, what do you usually say when I come in the kitchen?
Get out!
No helping. But I'm going to be a good help today as we make Jim Karcher's onion soup. So, first things first, we changed a couple things of the recipe. His recipe calls for veal stock as well as beef stock, but the Weiss didn't have any veal stock. So,
Veal stock is actually becoming more difficult to find.
So if you can find it, go for it. Otherwise, we're trying just with beef stock. And then we found a mostly dry white wine. As we went through our bottles of wine, we found out that Christie's campaign to only have sweet wine has worked.
And the rest are all reds for me.
Yeah. So we're going to try with this chard and hope for the best. So here we go. The first step, we've got the butter melting and getting ready to saute the onions. And now first we have to cut up a boatload of onions. And we're going to try not to cry. All right. See you soon. We're going to chop. Okay, so Jamie's got an onion chopping trick. So here's his onion chopping trick.
You want to leave the root attached to the onion. Cut the onion in half, and then when you cut in, you're going to cut in 1/4-inch intervals, not cutting into the root. That way the root stays in place, so that when you're done, all you have to do is cut the onion off of the root. And then all your cutting is complete. Like so.
And Christy has an onion chopping trick, which is that someone told me that if you keep a little Pyrex or cup full of water and dip your knife in the water, then in between your cutting, that will stop the process of whatever that makes you want to cry. That's your onion chopping tricks from the Kings. So the onions are all in the pot with a stick of butter because this is a French soup, so there's got to be butter. And these onions, they cook in here in the butter and with the bay leaf for 20 minutes. And so they're supposed to turn a rich golden color. Okay.
So the onions have started to caramelize.
And smell amazing.
And so because we have the correct color, I am now going to scrape this into a large bowl so that I can deglaze. To deglaze with 1.5 cups of wine.
What is deglazing?
So when you add a cool or cold liquid, especially something like alcohol that's a good solvent, you basically are able to clean the bottom of the pan, which is what deglazing is for. It helps to get any of those residual sugars off of the surface of the pan.
And all those things taste yummy, right?
Yes, they sure do. Oh, the burned sugary bits are delicious. And mostly deglazed, I'm going to add the onions back in.
Okay. And the recipe says that we let all of this simmer for 15 minutes. This seems like a lot of sit and wait for this recipe, But what I understand is that this builds up flavor. And flavor is something we enjoy in this house.
Mm-hmm. So the next step is just to add the beef broth and then let it simmer some more.
Yep, we took the bay leaf out.
Correct.
So beef broth in. Here we go. Then that simmers for 20 minutes. And then it'll be soup.
Yay, soup.
Yay, soup. We'll show you the finishing touches when we get to that point. Time to serve. Jamie is scooping up this delicious smelling soup into our bowls. And then we are going to cut a piece of French bread, float that on there, and then put cheese on the top. And we might stick it in the microwave a little bit so the cheese gets even more melty.